Hello, welcome to Mr. Weedon Maths. We are still on our fractional powers. Now it looks slightly different. This time I have 25 to the power of 3 over 2. So rather than just a half, it's 3 halves. Now, the best way I've seen this dealt with is to deal with this in 2 steps. There is a root happening and there is a power happening. So I'm going to rewrite this using the bracket rule to really highlight that. So this is going to become 25 to the power of a half. And then the power on the numerator, I'm going to write on the outside of the bracket. The reason I've been able to do this is because we know we can multiply these two together to get back to this. Now this really tells us we can do the square root of 25 and then whatever the answer is, we can cube. All right? Now you might be thinking there, those of you, what if we rewrote it as this? 25 to the power of 3 and then a power of a half on the outside. Now you could absolutely rewrite it like this, but I'm going to go with, if you don't have a calculator, 25 cubed off the top of your head and then square rooting that answer is a bit more difficult to do. So I would always try and rewrite it where the fraction is on the inside of the bracket. That way you square root it first and then you cube it. It's a lot easier to do. Okay, so we're going to do it in stages. We are going to square root this value. So I get 5, but there's still a power of 3 acting on it. And 5 cubed is just 125. That's it. So we're going to do 2 steps. We're going to root, we're going to power. Okay, and we like to write it like this to make it as clear as possible. So let's see some examples. I'm going to go with, let's go over here, 49 to the power of 3 over 2, something very, very similar. So we've got 49 to the power of a half, and then 3 on the outside. Okay, I'm hoping you can see that from the glare in the light. So square root of 49 is 7. And then we have a power of 3. And then that's 7 times 7 times 7, 7 cubed. We've got 343. Okay, 343. All right, on to the next one, which would be a different power. So the square rooting ones, they're nice, but you can be asked other ones as well. What if we are asked 8 to the power of 2/3 this time? Okay, this one, it's not a square root anymore. The number on the denominator is a 3. That is cube root. So I've got 8 to the power of a 1/3 and then a 2 on the outside. So what is the cube root of 8? What times by itself 3 times makes 8? That is 2. If you watch my previous video, you're going to find that easy. And then we square it and we get an answer of 4. Okay, on to the next one. Let's say this time we are going to do 27 to the power of 4/3. Okay, similar thing. We want to rewrite it so it's a bit clearer for us. So a 1/3 power and then a power of 4 on the outside of the bracket. Okay, now we're going to cube root 27. So what times itself 3 times makes 27? We get 3, and then we've got 3 to the power of 4. So that's 3 times 3 is 9. We've got another 9 on the other 3's. 9 times 9, 81. Okay. Final one I'm going to do, I'm just going to rub everything out. I hope it's been clear so far, is when you are presented with a base number that is a fraction. And this can happen. Sometimes you are given a base number that is a fraction, and in the rare occasions a decimal, but we don't need to freak out. We have to spot when this is happening. So let's say I've got 9 over 16 to the power of 3 over 2. Okay, these are the things that we've been dealing with the whole time. It's the same process. We've got a root, a square root, and then we've got power of 3. So what we do, we square root them, and then we do a power of 3 on them. Now the rewriting bit gets a bit messier when you've got this, but I'm going to try and be as clear as possible. I would have to do another bracket in here, I believe. Yeah, that's going to look the nicest. So I've got a half power acting on both of these, and then I'm going to cube it. So the square root of 9 is 3, and the square root of 16 is 4, and then we've got that cube power. So now 3 cubed is 27, and 4 cubed is 64. So don't freak out if you see these ones here, where you've got a fraction. It's just the same thing. You're just doing it to one number on the top, and then you're doing it to one number on the bottom. Okay, go find some fractional powers now. Give it a go. Enjoy. Bye-bye.